Time to brush the dust off of this little sucker. Man, that works a whole other set of muscles. Man, I got to get my chops back. Dude, unbelievable. So, yeah, as many of you know, I do my own hair. So yeah, I love playing the mandolin. This has always been a little kind of a second instrument for me. I love this thing. This is a Sim Daley that was built in 2005, August 5th, 2005. Can't believe that. It's a pretty good little mandolin. It sounds pretty woody, and it's well made by an English guy that used to work for Gibson here, Sim Daley. I think he moved back over to England and started fishing. But yeah, a pretty good little mandolin. I've beaten this thing to hell and back. It's had guitar stands fall on it. I've dropped it. It's been just beat up. I mean, I had to put this clear patch on here because I was rubbing a hole in the top here. I like to take the and you can see I still need more. It's pretty beat up, but I like to take the pick guard off. I don't like that. So, but you know, the thing about the mandolin is you spend half your life tuning it and the other half of your life playing it out of tune. And mandolin actually means out of tune in Italian, if you didn't know that. And so these are jokes, of course, here, friends, on a Saturday. Cool and clear. Cool and clear. Reverb. Cool and clear Saturday morning here in Nashville. I got to go to Carter Vintage Guitars today to do a benefit for some music education. They're getting some money into some schools around here with Carter Vintage Guitars in Nashville Basement Stage. Gonna go close the show with a solo act. I have no idea what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna get up there and probably have a couple Christmas cocktails and play a little Telecaster and just come up with some stuff on the spot. But I'm there to support the cause, not to, you know, give an amazing performance. So I'm gonna show up to that. December 13th, Friday the 13th, I'll be guesting with Daniel Donato and his show at the Basement Brooklyn Bowl. Here in Nashville, right across the river. Great venue. The Brooklyn Bowl is amazing. Saw the Julian Lage trio there when they came to town. It completely blew my mind wide open. Julian Lage, the best that I've seen him is with his trio. Very, very cool. Anyway, moving right along. And then December 20th with Uncle Larry at his birthday party at 3rd and Lindsley here in Nashville. So lots of gigs coming up. Of course, we'll be every Monday at the Underdog. But I wanted to show you guys a couple things. I'm no mandolin genius by any means, but I can get around on this thing just enough to be considered a bluegrass hillbilly. I'm one of the lucky guys in Nashville that I like to be able to say that I'm proud to be able to say that I have cultivated relationships over the past 25 years here with the bluegrass community, the jazz community, the rock community, the blues community, the Latin community. You know, I've kind of found my way through loving all these different kinds of music and respecting all of them. I've kind of found my way and I kind of know all these different, you know, worlds that are going on here in Nashville. It's pretty fun. And there's some great guys. Had a great hang with Bill Evans and Jeff Coffin the other night, two legendary saxophone players. They want to do some work together, so we'll probably do some recording with them. Got a couple trio songs that we recorded that they're going to be coming out as singles. Singles, is that some kind of music business terminology that I'm not savvy to? Must be. And then we're going to work on the Live from the Underdog video and audio record that's going to be coming out too. We just got to edit that together. Brett Papa's course is coming. New TrueFire course, all totally different stuff, but very exciting year coming up. I mean, there's some surprises coming that I can't wait to tell you about, but I can't do it just yet. And I know I hate when people say that, but it's true. Anyway, going to New Orleans to celebrate a good buddy's 50th birthday, end of January, beginning of February. My birthday's February 3rd. I'm going to show you some mandolin stuff in just a second. If you own a mandolin, I like to say I play a little mandolin. And I go, is there any other kind? Is there any other kind? Pulling Uncle Larry on you there. He likes to do that. He said, if you're going to impersonate him, you got to stare at the camera and not move. Like the camera has frozen up. I'm not going to do that. There's only one Uncle Larry. There's no imitations. There's no impersonations. There's just one. There's only one Uncle Larry. Thank God. And there's only one of everybody, thank God, right? The world wouldn't be the same. I'm kidding, of course. We love Uncle Larry, and he's our guitar impresario. You know, he's our godfather. On you, as far as the YouTube donations go and the tip jug, I want to thank two very special people here. Kevin and Benjamin have contributed to the Traps tip jar in a most loving way, and man, I can't thank you guys enough. That does not go appreciated. No, it doesn't go unappreciated. Thank you very much. I like to send those guys a nice personal message back. If you do feel like supporting our time here for free content on YouTube, which of course we're more than happy to do, but a nice donation really makes our day. I'm gonna have a really nice lunch and dinner, by the way, thanks to Kevin and Benjamin. And so thanks for that. Again, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about what's going on here, friends, with a full immersion experience. The Nashville Guitar Immersion Experience, folks. I do multiple of these a month. People are booking these, and we're hustling. So, with a full immersion day, you get a free 1 hour Traps tune-up. We're calling it the Trap tune-up, or tuning up with Trap. Maybe I should try that with this mandolin here. It's funny how people think that they go, man, you started on mandolin, right? Because it's small, and they associate small being with a kid and a kid being a young musician. So I didn't start on the mandolin, but I started playing it pretty quickly along the same time I did with the guitar. But I'll tell you that you know, I'm no master at this instrument, or any of them for that matter. But it is fun to play this thing. It makes you think a little differently, and I'm going to show you some stuff, I promise. But I am going to tell you that you know, I do want you to check the links below. I do want to grow this channel. I'm not going to be a fanatic about it, but I do want it to grow. It does help me make a living. We've turned this education thing into a nice little side business. Thanks to many of you guys. You know who you are. Kevin and Benjamin sent some really, really nice notes on Venmo, and I responded to them earlier today. And man, they get it. Were super kind, and the messages that they sent were even more valuable than the money that they sent. Let's put it that way. So thanks guys for that. Look, here's the beginnings of the mandolin. Okay, it's 2 strings, but they're paired, 2 strings together, four strings note wise. You got E, A, D, and G. So it's tuned just like a fiddle, or the reverse of a bass. So you've got G, D, A, E, 2 strings apiece. So there's 8 strings, but they're identical. So 2 E's, 2 A's, 2 D's, 2 G's. So it's completely different than the guitar, wired and literally wired up completely differently. The basics of the mandolin, if you're going to pick up the mandolin and you want to have some fun, these 2 notes, 2nd finger, 3rd fret E string, 1st finger, 2nd fret A string, that's a G major chord, right? Well, that would mean if I drop the 3rd down a half step, there's a G minor chord, G major. Here's C. Take the G, move it up 2 strings, same positioning. You got the G, the E, the C, and the E. So that's your C chord. C minor, right? Okay. F would be the next 2 up. So G, C, F. So you can play C, F, and G right there, right? So here's your D chord. 2nd fret G string, 2nd fret E string, the rest are open, right? A, your A chord. You hold the G and the D down on the 2nd fret. Everything else rings open. That's your A. So let's do this real quick. G chord, G major scale. Two octaves right there, right? If you take those two up, there's your little scale. This little technique is called, we call it the tremolo, or some people call it the spaghetti. You know, hey, give me a little less spaghetti. When they say less spaghetti, they mean this. I don't know what you call that, tremolo. And the more you get up the neck, the easier it gets. And it sounds better. If you're down here, that has an effect, but I like this warmer kind of. Right, so that's kind of your, that's your Italian restaurant mandolin style, right? So anyway, there's a little bit about the mandolin. Here's a couple different styles. I wanted to tell you just a couple of these different styles, so people can kind of get a little bit an idea of what the mandolin can do, and sounds that you might hear, right? So here's this would be like a Bill Monroe, Father of the Bluegrass style, right? Very kind of Chuck Berry, where the pick is going like a lot of downstrokes. Right, that kind of. That's kind of a Bill Monroe style. This would be more like a God, who was the guy that did this? I'm blanking on his name. I'll try to think of it. But anyway, so here the next person would be like a Sam Bush style, where it was more like a fiddle tune. So more scale tones, right? So if I was playing, kind of a style like that, where it's more kind of more notes, more flowing lines, right? Less kind of pentatonic stuff, if that makes sense. Then David Grisman, he might do something like. He plays kind of in this kind of like, his head bobs when he plays back and forth, so it's really kind of like, he's got this different style, right? Check out David Grisman. And then he did some cool records with Jerry Garcia. Um, Osborne Brothers. I think the Osborne Brothers is the guy that I was trying to think of that played the mandolin. He did this kind of style. No, Jesse McReynolds. That's who I'm thinking of. Jesse McReynolds. He would do that kind of stuff. Very unique style, right? And then you've got, you know, a million amazing bluegrass mandolin players. I mean, good God, Ronnie McCoury. I mean, Sierra Hall. Of course, Chris Steele. I mean, Jesus, it just keeps going. Wyatt Ellis now is tearing it up. I mean, there's a million more that I'm not thinking of, but there's some great ones. But then check this out. Then you've got Ry Cooder, and then you've got, I know you're going to call me out if I didn't mention this. You've got Levon Helm. Or Levon Helm, however you got Levon. I like to say, I'm from Alabama. I like to say Levon Helm. And so their styles were more like what we call rock and roll mandolin. Stuff like that, right? So where he would, it was almost kind of the Bill Monroe thing, but they're open strings, open chords. So that's kind of that style. I mean, I'm not necessarily, you know, crushing all those styles here, friends, but I will say that those are some of the styles that you will hear in the realm of the mandolin. And of course, there's all kinds of. You've got Roddy Zinkel, these guys that are playing this amazing stuff, and like, I mean, all these amazing, you know, Brazilian guys and all kinds of crazy shit. Anyway, look, I just wanted to shed a little light on the old mandolin here because it's been collecting some dust. I finally had the guys at Gruhns set it up for me. So it's playing and intonating a little bit better, which, I mean, these things are so finicky, man. Could you imagine the tedious, tight tension, you know, double strings? I mean, the whole thing is just a total pain in the ass. That's why they're so expensive. This is the most expensive instrument I've ever bought in my life. I know that's not saying much because I only have about 3, but this mandolin is like, and this is a good one. I mean, you got to spend a lot of money to get a really good one because they're so hard to build. I mean, look at the scroll and the workmanship. You know, look at the headstock. You know, I mean, this delicate little instrument. And to get it anywhere near sounding good or playing in tune it's a big feat. Anyway, guys, hey, thank you so much. Have a great weekend. Just wanted to check in here and have a little fun. Look forward. I'm going to go out into the day and have some fun. Go get some coffee, catch up with a couple friends, get my car washed, come back, meet young Tom, and head down to Carter's and hang with Ben and all the great people at Carter Vintage and just have a great day. So. Do the same thing, have some fun, get out and have a beer or whatever you need to, some coffee, whatever makes you feel good, some tacos, or hell, go have a nice steak dinner tonight, and we'll worry about all the rest later. All right, man, cheers, have a good one, we'll see you soon, thanks a million. All right, bye.